Hey guys, welcome to your love reading for Aries. We're going to take a look at your blockages in love, all right? So apply this to your own unique situations. You may switch the roles if you want. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified on when my new videos post or when I go live. Also, if you guys are interested in wanting to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded, so links and the details are in the description box below. Also, if you guys haven't joined my channel memberships, hit the join button. I'll greatly appreciate it if you guys did join just to support me and also my channel. And let's get started here for Aries. What is Aries' current energies in love right now? What is Aries' current energies in love? So we have the Knight of Swords that jumped out. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There was a very painful ending here. It was swift. It was quick. One of the things I'm getting here is I feel like there's a situation here where there was an ending here where I feel like it just happened and I feel like you just didn't look back here, Aries. Yeah, you didn't look back. I just feel like you went forward. I mean, someone here may have said some very harsh things to you here with the Knight of Swords, Four of Cups, Page of Cups. One of the things I'm getting here is I feel like you're waiting for someone here to come in with some sort of apology. Here's the thing, an apology without changed behavior is not a real true apology, right? So, you know, I feel like maybe the person that you dealt with here, they have a tendency to avoid accountability. They will apologize, but they will justify their behavior here, okay? So without accountability, there's no healing, right? There's no growth, there's no repair. So, you know, I do feel like whoever you're dealing with here, this person is someone who's very immature, you know, emotionally stunted. We have the Strength card here, Leo energy here, and the Knight of Cups. Someone here is restraining themselves from coming forward with some sort of emotional communication here. Yeah, you turned your back on this situation. You walked away from this because you felt like that was the right thing for you to do, or that, you know, this situation that you were in with this individual here just lacked respect, or that it just didn't really spiritually align with you. Let's see. Tell me about Aries here. What's the root of the love block that Aries is dealing with? Seven of Pentacles. The Death card, Scorpio energy. Something really ended here. I do feel like the root cause of the block here, I feel like it's not trusting your intuition. Yeah, or ignoring the red flags, or just being too emotionally available for this individual here, for this person to take advantage of you. I feel like emotionally, I feel like you invested a lot, okay? Instead of seeing the red flags and pulling your energies back, I feel like that is the block here. One of the things I'm getting is I feel like you may be very trusting, or that you may trust that, you know, someone here has the capacity to do better, to change, to grow, to improve. But it also takes consistency. It also takes commitment here, which I feel like this person doesn't really have the capacity for that. Let's see. What's your subconscious belief about love? What's your subconscious belief about love? Ace of Cups. Three of Swords. Ten of Wands. I feel like the subconscious belief is that if you give someone enough love, or if someone here gives you enough love, all the pain, all the hurt, all the trauma that you've experienced will go away. But then it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's kind of like an energy of like love is enough when it doesn't, when it truly isn't. Yeah, love also takes action, right? Love also takes change. I feel like this was learned in childhood. Yeah, just being emotionally available and just over giving here. And one of the things I'm getting here is I feel like there's a lack of boundaries too. Sometimes, you know, when we lack boundaries, you know, people will tend to take advantage of us, right? Sometimes the lack of boundaries is like kind of like, you know, it makes it easier to find love when it doesn't. It just kind of like magnifies and enhances the issues that you yourself or we ourselves don't deal with. Three of Swords. There's definitely kind of like feeling someone here is feeling like defective, like they're not lovable or something like that. Yeah. I mean, you could be feeling this, or this is someone that you could be dealing with that could be feeling this. So you could kind of switch it back and forth, vice versa. What past energy have you not fully released? What past energies have you not fully released, Aries? The King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, the Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Eight of Wands. There is someone from your past that you haven't really quite released yet. This person could be finding you very, very attractive. I mean, they may not have released you, but you're kind of like sitting in this very independent energy, this self-sufficient energy here. So there is someone here that's sitting in the energy that they haven't quite released you yet. They're still holding on to you or holding on to hope that at some point there could be some sort of communication between you and them. Could be another fire sign that you're dealing with here. I do feel like this person's definitely taking their sweet old time to make their way back to you. Even though they want to rush in very quickly here, I feel like this person wants to take their time. They don't want to rush, okay? They don't want to rush here. What patterns keeps repeating in love? Seven of Cups. King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I do feel like you're dealing with some people here that are very emotionally detached. I do feel like like even recently or even the last person that you dealt with here, I do feel like you dealt with someone here that you had a lot of love here for. Okay, but I feel like there was a lack of peace and there was a lack of cooperation between you and your person. And I feel like that's what's repeating itself over and over again. I feel like it's also due to the lack of boundaries here too. There's just a lot of confusion here. There's a lack of clarity here, okay? And I do feel like when an apology occurs, okay, there's just a lack of change. Yeah, there's a lack of change. How to remove or heal the blocks. Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Eight of Swords. I feel like someone here has to overcome their fears. Yeah, someone here has to overcome their fears. And I feel like someone here has to also realize that there is a lack of equal give and take in the situation here that keeps repeating itself again. There's a lack of balance here. The only way to heal that imbalance of energy is to recognize that also, not only is the other person the problem, sometimes we are the problem. Sometimes we enable this type of behavior or enable this type of dynamic, right? So Aries, I do hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that this reading resonated. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in another reading. Thanks guys, bye.